Hi, Dr. Michael Beebe here. You've been with us long enough to know that we are nerds. In fact, we love to fly that nerd flag. And now we're going to get down about brain health. Your upper neck is the gatekeeper to brain health. The last few videos, we've talked about the nerves and the anatomy of the upper neck and how those things affect the alignment of your entire body. Now we're going to talk about the health of those nerves and especially the health of your brain. The nerves in your body and brain need a few things to live: oxygen, nutrients, and activation. Your brain gets oxygen and nutrients from blood flow and cerebrospinal fluid, CSF. Blood and CSF also do another very important thing. As your nerves work, they produce metabolic byproducts. Just like when you work out, your muscles build up lactic acid. In your brain, your nerves need to have those metabolic byproducts cleared away, and the CSF and the blood do this. This is especially true if you've injured your brain, like with concussion or post-concussion syndrome. And where and how does that blood enter and how does the fluid flow? Well, you guessed it, the upper neck. At the base of the skull, there's a hole called your foramen magnum, and the atlas vertebra, that top neck bone, is right underneath that hole. The spinal cord is also inside that hole, and when the upper neck is misaligned, it'll cause the spinal cord to block that fluid exchange in and out of the cranial vault. This doesn't allow the neurons of your brain to get the nutrients, the oxygen, or the waste products taken away, and thus decreases the functionality of the brain tissue, i.e., a plug in the hole equals an unhappy brain. The kicker is, if that problem is there, gravity will increase these effects. And have you ever wondered why, if you have a headache, it can feel much better if you actually lay down? It allows for better fluid flow and exchange, which helps your head feel better. There is something very exciting research done by some very fancy doctors with some fancy machines where it's no longer just a theory. We are actually seeing these changes on MRI. And for you super nerds, if you want to look more into it, you can read all about it in some research published by a gentleman named Raymond Damadian, who is the man that invented the MRI, in a book published in 2015 called The Cranial Cervical Syndrome and MRI. So to keep your brain healthy and ultimately keep your body healthy, your upper neck alignment is a piece of that pie. And you should be super excited that you are in the best possible place to keep things flowing.